Yo! What do you mean, yo? Yo! Come start to lose me, yo! What is a yo? What are you yawing about?
Welcome back to part 2
of the Huracan Widebody build.
Today's video, we don't have an end point. We're just gonna go until we're done.
TJ's gonna remove the front bumper by himself.
No!
This is your punishment. You left me over here doing whatever in there.
All right, Calvin has been working on that fender, the other side, by himself today for like
maybe an hour.
2 hours, maybe
an hour.
And it ain't even out yet. We're off to a rough start. This was a really exciting piece because it was surprisingly pretty effortless. Not that I expected it to have fitment issues, but getting a front fender replacement to fit really, really well with no issues definitely is something that is hard to do, and they did such a good job with the rears. It's no surprise the fronts did the same thing. The only piece of hardware we were not able to reutilize was this underside mount piece. There is supposed to be a well nut there, or maybe you're just supposed to do your own nut and bolt right here. Even with us not running that, we have every other point of attachment, which is like 10 different areas, and Calvin and I were able to achieve a really nice gapping all the way around, no fitment issues. Everything fits really, really good. Now Calvin and I are gonna do the other side and try to fit the front bumper.
Bumper, baby. Hurry up.
Is it front bumper time?
It's front bumper time. Or do we do hood?
No, do the hood last. You gotta gap everything to it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try and test fit this, but the one thing that we don't have that we'll do after we test fit is we need to drill out the holes for the sensors. Now, unfortunately, if you guys saw the GT3 videos or you guys saw when we were doing the Widebody on the Mark V, Calvin and I like to order the factory sensor brackets and then bondo them on the inside of the front bumper, but apparently Lambo does not allow you to order it for the Huracan. I talked to the service center, they said you could order like spare parts from like the Volkswagen Passat or like the Audi A3. They allegedly share the same brackets for the same geometry of the bumper. Kind of sounds like a nightmare. So we were told the only two ways that you can do it is you either just hot glue the sensors to the bumper, which we really don't want to do. That just sounds like you're cutting corners. Or we're gonna have to take a hot knife and peel off the original ones off the stock bumper, which we tried on the Ferrari when we did that, and that just doesn't work either. So we're gonna run into an issue at some point with the front bumper unless we find a fix. Kind of sounds like a non-issue, but it's a pretty big issue when it comes to fit and finish, which is something that Calvin and I really like to focus on. So that being said, let's toss this front bumper on. Hopefully it fits good. The only points of bolt attachments are the 6 bolts on the top, and there are a handful on the bottom, and there is nothing that you do on the edges here. It looks like we were able to transfer over the bumper fender clip retainer. Maybe it snaps in, maybe it's just there for show, I'm not quite sure. Let's keep our fingers crossed. It looks like a car. It's pretty ridiculous.
It looks like a car.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Oh.
These are 2 little shark fins that don't go in till the end, but that's pretty cool. Initial impressions, it's very, very aggressive. Fitment is a little, it's gonna need a little bit of love for some reason. I mean, typical areas. We're gonna need to probably create our own bracket, our own hardware system for right here. We only have the bolts in on the top, and then there are only 2 bolts on the underside that are usable right now, and that are the outside edges. There's a lot of bolt holes that are still open, but that is for the under paneling that will go underneath this. So when I originally took the front bumper off, this was all the hardware that kept the stock one on. We're kind of just soaking it in and kind of enjoying what we have done so far. It's gonna look pretty nasty. One thing that I initially like to see is how much lower does the car sit, or how much more aggressive is the front end. And this is without a front lip, so getting that view right there. It's looking hot, boys! We're gonna have to give it some TLC and see if we can get this thing to force itself into place. But it's looking pretty good. I'm really excited about this. I was gonna make you guys wait before we put this hood on. But after Calvin and I have been inspecting the front bumper, we kind of feel like the hood needs to go on because we wanna make sure that the front bumper is pushed as far back as it needs to be before we start drilling our pilot holes on the side of the bumper where it connects to the front fenders. So pretty much what I'm saying is you guys got lucky. I was gonna make you guys wait for this piece because it's one of my favorites, but it looks like we're gonna have to do it before we do the bumper all the way. Alright. Can you hit him with that? Can you hit him with that? Whoa! Oh!
Should I give her a little?
Give me Doctor!
Ow!
Oh!
Ah!
Damn!
Ah!
Damn!
Whoa!
Damn!
Wow!
Wow! Woo! That's pretty spicy. Damn!
Looks good. It's gonna look good.
Damn, this thing is gonna look good. Wow, I just got excited. Holy shit, dude. Wow. You know, obviously this isn't flush yet. This is like just
gonna bring the bumper up.
Yeah, we gotta do a whole bunch of stuff, but we just blindly installed it and we're kind of just feeling it out. Looks fantastic.
Looks and feels good, man.
Damn.
We went ahead and made this gapping a little better. We leaned on the fender so it got closer to the hood. As you can see, the gapping is much better. Before, it was like really far off to the left. We leaned on it and made it look nicer, much closer. Now here's our issue. The front bumper needs to be spaced up. We believe that the hood is in a good place. Right here on this side, we put 5 spacers. Typically with body kits, you have to do this sort of thing. Fiberglass likes to shrink as it cools. It likes to do a whole bunch of things. This is a similar situation with the Ferrari. We're just gonna deal with it like we did before.
Except the Ferrari came with OEM washers underneath these body panels to fix gapping. But because we don't have any, we have a bunch of washers that we're stacking and we're gonna try to eliminate. As you can see here, I don't know how well it picks up on camera, but that's about a finger depth there that we're trying to fix up. So hopefully with some washers in this, we can bring the gapping and then we can know that our hood, fenders, and front bumper gapping is all accurate. But this is a really cool process that I wanted to show because it's one of those things that I originally think could be pretty intimidating, but it's actually rather easy to fix issues like this. It's just kind of taking it step by step and it takes a lot of time.
The washers will be basically a temporary solution. You figure out how much space you need. You can keep using the washers, but they will fall apart when you go to take the bumper apart. So eventually, you will find a piece of metal that is about the same height and just stick it in there and do your thing. Job done.
It's a lot better right here though. It's better right here. It's still pretty rough right here.
But we can bring that up.
Yeah. So that's kind of the example we're talking about, is it's gonna go piece by piece. It's better, it's still not perfect. So we're gonna have to add some more in some other places and try to figure out the desired heights that we need. You guys didn't see it, but Mickey just walked over here and he said this is the cleanest install he's ever seen. When Mickey gives the... You're not gonna believe it, but he just said it. This is where we're gonna end today's video. We ended up putting on the right rear quarter panel, both front fenders, front bumper, and hood. I actually off camera called Oscar and he said, do me a favor and do not drill through this quite yet. Because Oscar at SOS, they are a full body shop. They're gonna be doing sanding and all that type of work. They said it's gonna make our life easier if you do not do this yourself, because we will probably do it a different way, which that I can respect. And he was pretty impressed with the gapping that we did, so we're gonna call it a day. Very happy with how this thing is turning out. I don't know, Cal, the more I keep looking at it, the more I'm envisioning it in British Racing Green. Oh, come on, come on. The two colors I saw in the comments from you guys was do the British Racing Green on the Ferrari. I might make it a little bit brighter this time. And the other color was, a lot of you guys want me to do like midnight purple, like an R34 color. As much as I like midnight purple, I don't want it to look like dark all of the time, if that makes sense. Like British Racing Green is bright enough for me. The midnight purple is just a little too dark. This thing needs to be pretty vibrant and needs to pop. We're getting a good look at the width. It's coming together piece by piece. Now we gotta tackle the side skirts. Then we gotta tackle the wing, and then our rear bumper is about a week out from this point. If you guys want to stay up to date on these videos, be sure to subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you get updated every time we upload a new video, or follow us on Twitch because one of us is usually always streaming. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace out and keep moving forward.